Hello and welcome to a new edition of Rising Borno, where we bring to you happenings and developmental strides of Governor Babagana Zulum's administration. My name is Dorcas Yakubuzala. Let's begin. The Borno state government, in collaboration with the federal government, has safely repatriated over 3,000 Nigerian refugees from Cameroon back to Bama and Goza local governments. The final batch of the exercise brings to an end an 11-year stay of the refugees in the neighboring country following the Boko Haram insurgency, which claimed many lives and displaced millions. The fourth phase of the repatriation exercise earlier this year saw more than 300 refugees return to Pulka in Goza local government area, while this latest batch has 680 refugees who were relocated to Banki. This brings the total number of returnees to 3,122 persons, comprising 557 households successfully repatriated to Bama and Goza local government areas. Before their departure, the governor of Cameroon's far north region, Mijin Yawa Bakari, commended Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum and urged the returnees to be productive citizens as they rebuild their lives with dignity back home.
Is aware of the departure of Nigerian refugees who lasted for almost 10 years in Minnewaca. Now they are going back to their native land. The head of state sent a package containing 4 or 5 programs to hand over to those refugees. First, the head of state said that he himself is a peace beggar. Thus, they will promote peace at all levels. Second, they have also to build peace. They will be the peace builders in order to avoid any disorder, such as Boko Haram, who can send refugees, IDPs from here to there. Thirdly, the head of state has to be refugees to promote import substitution. They have to work hard in order to produce what they can consume and to consume what they can produce. Another way is to be hard workers once in their native land. And also there is what we know as fighting spirit. It is a courage not to be discouraged in front of any event, wherever or however it's gone. To face any event before Trump. And last but not the least, it is the sustainable development. You see, you have to respect the nature to fight against climate change and so forth. So that's the package sent by the head of state to hand over to those refugees who's going back to their native land.
Have been persecuted in any way. That tells a great deal on how the neighborhoodness and the brotherliness between Nigeria and Cameroon is ongoing. Let me also express the sincere appreciation of His Excellency, my Governor, to the President of the Republic of Cameroon, His Excellency Paul Biya, and the wife, Madame Chaltan Biya, and the Governor of the Far North, His Excellency Mijin Yawa Bakari, for facilitating this process, which is a tripartite agreement between the government of Cameroon, Nigeria, and the UNHCR. Let me also particularly appreciate the UNHCR Cameroon under distinguished Madame Monique for the seamless process. We have been repatriating but I would say this is one of the best. And to the security service of Cameroon that have given us security cover throughout the journey, we want to say thank you, and to all officials who have participated directly and indirectly.
On arrival at their destinations, the returnees were profiled and provided with support, including cash assistance, clothing materials, food items, and other relief packages.
UNHCR Nigeria and Cameroon, UNHCR Nigeria has provided housing for refugees. UNHCR Cameroon has facilitated the return in conjunction with the government of Cameroon. What you see around here is a return package. Anybody coming into these houses, His Excellency Professor Babagana Umara Zulum has given every head of household 100,000 naira, every wife 20,000 naira, in addition to these items you see. The federal government of Nigeria, through the Refugee Commission, has given 1 bag of rice, 1 bag of maize, 1 bag of millet, 5 liter of oil, while the state government still gave 1 mattress and 1 wrapper to every woman. These items you see here is a collaboration between the federal and the state. So that is why you see us here. Now, anybody who doesn't have a house is going to receive 500,000 naira from Borno state government, same items from the federal government, and $200 from UNHCR. First of all, they should be honest. Since they have come here, the refugee status has gone. So let them be normal people within their country and be good citizens. Let them go and engage in productive activity. They shouldn't exploit this process by going back to Minawau, re-register again, come back again, like some of them are doing. So they should be honest and well-behaved citizens. They should strive to pick up their lives from where they left it.
When we arrived, we were given a house, food, and money. I appreciate Governor Zulum for supporting us. While the journey to full recovery and rebuilding may take time, resilience and sustained support are expected to help the returnees build a better and more secure future.
Ande ngila gumna ndi ande amazana da alhamdulillah sha burin ande fijira satu ko adero kuris leza ande amazana da ande daraja gumna ndi hapku yenne sama so foto nde eje ishe na landuli nde ngniya la awa ba kurti je napta kuruba ndu so bulan ko zi isna ande rufata sarin napturam de fonde ya ande gunda ande nemme ne kadi suro ishe na idan amandela kumbu banda se rufata sarina ande she buron bala la rajisa dinaza fata bande de ngo ande ngni ande akausin napke ande kuma nemme na nya jenyen kurande isaya wani sanadiya dai kausun din gunda ande wa harate na idin ande ro awra sadin manye kala ade napke ande na don bana manye she na la din dira na ande to wa man karaye argi lardin dio fijira de ka konyina na ma lardin dio dai kala dai wa harashi mina tun ande fi zana so awla so kamla ngai jiri kuzo zi isna so awla so allan ishe kotorade kumurna lan ishe moyele nya kumur ande gunda ande shi lambuyen akere ku gumna ande ande mazura da ne ci kumunde nimeya ande ro fande na kinda na turam ande rasadiya ci kumunde mo ya buyen we kumur nalan ari de le nya man ayman di rasadi.
The Borno State Acting Governor, Usman Kadafur, has reiterated the government's commitment towards humanitarian support to vulnerable communities and conflict-affected areas in the state. He disclosed this during the flag-off distribution of food and nutrition items to the vulnerable population affected by humanitarian crisis held in Maiduguri. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Bernard Doro, revealed that the intervention, an initiative of President Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, aims to lessen the effects of economic challenges experienced across the country and reduce hunger for those displaced by insurgency. He calls for accountability and transparency in the sharing process. He noted that the federal government is committed to rebuilding lives of conflict-affected communities and restore their dignity, resilience, and livelihood. The items distributed include bags of rice, cooking oil, spaghetti, salt, amongst others.
In Borno State, our administration remains resolute in strengthening social protection system, expanding humanitarian support, and ensuring that no citizen is left behind in our collective quest for stability, dignity, and prosperity. This distribution exercise symbolizes hope for the families struggling to meet their daily nutritional needs. We assure all stakeholders that the process will be conducted with transparency, fairness, and accountability. This scale reflects the seriousness of government commitment to food security, nutrition stabilization, and humanitarian protection. Given Borno State's prolonged displacement and socio-economic disruption, it remains a priority. Accordingly, this intervention is a starting point. Beyond relief, we are committed to building resilience, supporting local agriculture, livelihoods, and nutrition education to move communities from dependence to self-reliance. In closing, let me reaffirm our resolve: no Nigerian shall go hungry.
Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to long-term revitalization of agriculture and the provision of sustainable livelihood solutions for the people of Borno State. He made this known during the mega flag-off ceremony for the distribution of Ramadan palliatives to more than 300,000 residents across the 27 local government areas of the state. The governor said the food intervention is aimed at cushioning the effects of economic hardship as Muslim faithful observe the holy month of Ramadan. He also charged members of the distribution committee to ensure transparency and fairness in the exercise, warning against the sale or diversion of the food items. The items distributed includes bags of rice, millet, sugar, and other essential commodities.
That has witnessed our crimes, our reflections, and our unwavering resolve. Today we are here for a purpose that is typically humane, to extend a hand of empathy to our brothers and sisters, as we are here to officially flag off the distribution of 2026 Ramadan Kareem palliatives to 300,000 bottom poor population in the north. To capture to 300,000 bottom poor population in Borno State. It is covenant between this government and the people inside. It is declaration that in the face of adversity, whether wrought by the hand of man or the fracas of the global economy, we will not leave you to walk this fight alone. For over a decade, the scourge of insecurity has tested the limits of our security. It has disrupted our farms, our markets, and the tranquility of our homes. While we have made tremendous progress in restoring peace, we are acutely aware that the shadows of that dark past, combined within the biting realities of economic reforms and global inflation, continue to cast a long shadow over the livelihoods of our people. This for this reason that we are here today. Business of governance is not just about building roads and bridges, so it is important. It is also about building bridges of compassion. It is about ensuring that as we plan for the long-term prosperity of the state, we do not lose sight of the immediate hunger that might be knocking on someone's door. Today, we shall commence with the focused distribution covering all the 27 local government areas. But in particular, here the 15 wards in Maiduguri Metropolitan Council, the 6 wards in Jere Local Government Council, an additional wards in Jere Local Government Council, 1 ward in Borno Local Government and Mamad Local Government, and as encouraged to Maiduguri Metropolitan Council will receive a total money estimate of about 115,000 households. Each beneficiary will collect a bag of 25 kg rice, a bag of 25 kg millet, and a 10 kg bag of sugar. But let me be clear that our compassion does not end at the borders of this town. As I mentioned now, the entire Borno state will be given support. Apart from what we have given to the bottom poor, 35,000 bags of sugar and 35,000 tracks of rice and 35,000 tracks of sugar will also be distributed to elders in the 27 local government. Party members and members in the 27 local government areas of the state. This combination is deliberate. The rice and millet will give you awards and give you strength. Sugar is a solid gesture to bring sweetness back to our homes. A reminder that despite the bitterness of hardship, there is still goodness to be found. Alhamdulillah, last year, we were able to achieve the bumper harvest in Borno State. Almost most of the communities, all the communities in Borno State have cultivated their lands, and we gratitude goes to Almighty Allah for giving us a bumper harvest. But today's initiative is a different case. It's a case of support that we are extending to our Muslim neighbors that are asking. However, inshallah, this gesture will also touch the non-Muslims because they too, some are also fasting with the Ramadan. Because the period of our fasting and the period of fasting has coincided, and therefore they will also benefit from this camp. Furthermore, we understand that receiving a heavy amount of rain is only half of the battle. Getting it home is the other one. We have not forgotten the transportation challenges that often accompany. We have not forgotten the transportation challenges that often accompany such exercises. And therefore, it is our custom. The Borno State government has engaged the services for 1,600 transactors. This will station at distribution points to assist beneficiaries in transporting their items back to their respective houses, while the President will be responsible for the payment of the transportation fees.
This initiative will go a long way in cushioning the effect of the hardship being experienced by our teeming populace. On behalf of myself, members of this committee that are saddled with the responsibility to ensure that these items are distributed to the target beneficiaries, and the right honorable members of the House of Representatives representing Maiduguri Metropolitan Council, Jere, Kondiga, Mafadikwa, Babangana, Kalamalge, and then the state members of the House of Assembly representing MMC, Jere, Mafa, Dikwa, Kondiga, Ngala, Bama, Kalamalge. I wish to most sincerely thank you for carrying out this distribution in their various constituencies. Thank you for intervening in Borno South Senatorial District on behalf of Distinguished Senator Mohamed Ali Dube, who is unavoidably absent here, and the honorable members of the House of Representatives and State Assemblies that comprise Borno South Senatorial District. I equally want to thank you on behalf of Distinguished Senator Mohamed Tahir Borno and the 4 federal constituencies that made up of Borno North and then the 10 House of Assembly members. Today's event will round up this year's palliative distribution. His Excellency has gone round the 27 local government areas with a view to carrying out this distribution.
An bai shinkafa da gero da sugar. Na gode.
I was given rice, millet and sugar. I'm very grateful. This will support me and my family during the Ramadan fast. I thank the governor for this kind gesture. I'm truly thankful for this intervention. I didn't expect it. It will help ease the hunger. I pray that God blesses the governor. And that's a wrap on today's edition of Rising Borno. My name is Dorcas Yakubu Zala. See you again next week for a fresh edition of the program. Goodbye.